as a couple that's been together for 20 some odd years, we've come to develop a skill to where we can see upcoming stressors and talk about them and try not to let them ambush us. We've got a couple things coming up. We're finally bought a house here in Hallettsville. We're going to move, actually moving in this coming weekend, and then we have the football season coming up as well. So what we want to maybe speak to a little bit is just when you see stressors coming up, I think as a couple, it's important to talk about them. Don't act like that, there can be no problems or that everything's going to be smooth. It's okay to recognize some things may cause some strife or some conflict in a marriage, and to talk about it. And when it does come, that way you can work together to make certain that you're overcoming whatever stress happens.
Yeah, and I would say for things that are coming, like football season, or even on a day-to-day, I was very guilty in the beginning of our relationship of assuming that he knew what was going on in my head and not actually communicating with words. So that has probably been the biggest lesson that I have learned through just mentorship with other married women. I know we did this in a Bible study one time, and just talking about how you need to not have expectations that they know what's going on in your head, and you need to speak about it, and you need to bring it up and have conversation around it. And so that is something that I've learned that I feel like has really made a huge difference for us over the years.
And I think it's important that these events we have coming up, both of them are great events. I would never change my job. Love to coach. It's the best thing in the world for me, but it can still cause some stress. You've seen, I think everybody's probably seen somebody get married, and a poor young woman, boy, she wants the most perfect wedding in the world, and it causes a lot of stress, not only with her, but her future husband, as well as her family and everything. So just, any advice we would give, especially to young couples, make sure you talk about it, and it's okay to, be very intentional. She'll say that, she'll say, we need to go out to eat. So even if it's a Saturday, late afternoon, evening, and I'm dog tired from the week and that kind of thing, if it's important, we'll make the long trek to Victoria and go get something to eat there. So it's okay to schedule things and to talk about it, and then just never assume that events, positive, negative, or whatever, that they're never going to happen and actually cause stress. So just be able to deal with it as a married couple. Very important to talk about it.
Yeah, and I would say, other than just, like I said, speaking what you need. So the other thing that I think is really important that I have learned is just understanding like the season each of you are in. And so I know with Levi, obviously football is his season. It's a big season for us. And so I try to make sure that when we're in season that our house runs as efficiently as possible. And that we communicate that I understand, like, he is a early bird, and at night he's really not good for much other than maybe eating dinner together, seeing how our day went, but like we're not gonna have important conversations. Anything that we need to speak about, whether it's house things, concerns, whatever, I try my best to bring those up early in the day when he can actually sit down and have a conversation with me. So for me, that was real important, or a big lesson learned with this one, is that important conversations need to happen early for him, because he's going to be in bed, but he turns into a pumpkin after 8:30.
Well, and I think it's important too, for both the husband and the wife, there's no reason to be high maintenance. If you're a husband and your wife's got some stress going on at work or with the kids or whatever, it's okay for you to go throw a chicken breast on the grill for yourself. You don't have to have a big dinner laid out for you every night. If she wants to do that, that's great. But there are some days where it's okay. Like you're not gonna starve to death if you go and just make some chicken breast for yourself or something. It's not that big of a deal. So I think it's important, just again, talk about it. Both of you be flexible, and don't be so arrogant to think that these problems aren't gonna come.
Yeah.
And again, if you have a plan, when it does come, it should be able to trigger in your mind that, hey, okay, here's the stress that we talked about, and let's make sure we deal with it and don't allow us to get stressed out, say something we shouldn't say, and that kind of thing.